You're watching Space TV, the only platform for sustainability projects, architecture, construction, and engineering. Watch Space TV from Vegas Media.
Thanks, Karthik, for introducing me, and thank you once again for inviting me to one of these seminars. I have been a regular, you could say, at many of the UBM conferences, sometimes sitting in the audience, most times sitting in the audience, and sometimes standing in front of you. Most times, I would say, practically all the time I've been here, learned a lot, so thank you once again for calling me over here. A very good morning again to all of you. Well, there are three days, I believe. So the second and third day are going to be more of the conventional power. So today we start with renewable, which is good because I think this is what is really making a lot of excitement in the market. So it's only correct that we start with renewables. Again, just to a couple of housekeeping points before I start. I think we are slightly delayed in our start. Instead of 9, we are starting at 9:30, but looks like along the way we can probably increase our cruising speed and probably finish around the estimated time we are supposed to complete. Let me take a couple of minutes going through some of the numbers so that it sets the tone for the rest of the day. As Karthik said, I earn my bread and butter by doing research on renewable energy. That's what I've been doing for many years now, with a focus on India, of course. The advantage we have is not only do we do research, we also work with a number of companies in India, both in terms of guys who are diversifying into renewable energy or folks who are already putting up power plants, as well as companies from outside India who are coming in. So we have the vantage position of sitting with them and helping them out in a whole lot of things that they want to do in renewable energy. This way, it has given me some kind of, you could say, perspective on both from a theoretical angle, which is what we do when we write a whole lot of reports, and from a practical angle, which is what we do when we sit with our consulting clients. So I thought I will share maybe a few points with you before the rest of the folks come on. If you look at worldwide renewable energy, I'm going to stick to power. Renewable energy could also mean biofuels, which is not something I'm going to talk about right now, since this is about power. We're talking about close to about 4.8 terawatt of installed capacity worldwide. Right? Out of this, if you see renewable energy, if you include large hydro as renewable energy, which technically it is, though in most forums people don't take it as renewable. You're talking about 1.3 terawatt out of 4.8 terawatt of total installed capacity is renewables. Since approximately 25% of the total installed capacity in the world is renewable capacity today. Out of this 1.3, close to 70% is just by large hydro. Right, about 900 gigawatts right now is just from large hydro, and the next largest is wind. After that it's biomass, after that it's small hydro, and finally it's solar. So this is pretty much the trend in the world. About 25% of the total installed capacity is renewable, and out of which by far large hydro is number one, wind, biomass, and finally solar, and with small hydro. If you look at India, the trend is pretty much the same in terms of percentages. Out of about 180 gigawatts you have of total installed capacity, you have about 25% if you include large hydro, close to 30% in India comes from renewables. And the percentages in terms of percentage of large hydro and renewables, percentage of wind, small hydro, all these are pretty much following the global trends. There are small differences, of course, but to a very large extent. So you could say India is doing badly in terms of its following global trends. And even if you look at the total investments, last year in 2010, the total investments in renewables, including all sources of funding, was about $210 billion. India had about $6 to $7 billion. Last year it was 6, this year probably will be much more than that. So again, looking at 6 out of 210, about 3% of the total global investments in renewable energy being in India. If you look at our GDP to the world's GDP, it looks like it's okay. I mean, the percentage of India's GDP to the world's GDP is kind of mirroring the percentage of renewable investments in India to the global investments. These are overall trends. So if you look at the macro picture, things look fine. But my feeling is, and probably many of the folks who are going to talk later today will also throw some light on it, there are lots of micro trends where India is quite different in terms of financing and investment when it comes to, not just financing investments, when it comes to renewable trends. There are quite a few micro things where India is quite different. Some of them I can probably list out. One is, if you look at the development of many of the renewables, especially in Europe today, last 2 or 3 years, the real emphasis has been on decentralized solar rather than large grid-connected solar power. Whereas in India, even though the government is, we have somebody from Planning Commission, he probably can add a few things. Even though the government is very keen on distributed solar, what we keep hearing to a very large extent from solar is centralized solar power. So that is one big difference I see between at least Europe and India, where the emphasis in Europe seems to have dramatically shifted, especially in Germany and Italy, towards distributed solar, whereas in India, I think it's still pretty much the centralized solar. That is one negative I see in terms of when I compare India with the rest of the world. Another negative probably is the policy implementation. I think there was another seminar, I'm not sure if it's a UBM seminar, where a person from, I think MERC, if I remember, referred to India as a soft state, where we have all the good intentions, but when it comes to implementation, these are not really very well implemented. So we are a fairly soft state where policy implementation is not so good. So that's in the case of solar, it's been fairly good. But if you really look at a few other sectors like biomass, biofuels has been pretty much a non-starter. Biomass is okay, but it's still fairly slow compared to what it should have been. So I think on that front, again, we aren't doing as well as many other countries in the world are doing. Probably third is, again, this is something we share with China to some extent. In some instances like wind, we have grown fairly fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean that installed capacity equals output. Many of you might be knowing it's a fairly open secret that more than 1,000 megawatts of wind farms in Tamil Nadu were in generating power and probably are in generating power even today because there is no evacuation system available. These are some negatives I see when you compare with what's happening in Europe. Overall trends seem to be good. India seems to be on par, but when you come to micro, you see there are serious differences, be it the emphasis on distributed there versus centralized over here, the emphasis on actually implementing policies, at least in some countries in Europe, versus the implementation being fairly poor over here, and finally the state of the infrastructure for evacuation and things like that, there's a lot to be desired. So these are some negatives I see. I thought I will reserve the good news for last. There are some positives as well in India. If you really look at overall global trends, in India, wind has been a real success overall. Yes, there are some patches here and there which have to be sewed up, but overall we have been doing fairly well. Out of 20 gigawatts of non-large hydro renewables that we have today, I think close to 15 gigawatts is simply from wind. Right? That's been a good success story, and yes, some things have to be kind of polished, but overall I would say wind has been a good success story in India so far. The second, which is according to me very good for India when compared to the overall trends in the world, is we seem to be consciously or unconsciously building a reasonably good ecosystem, at least in two large renewable energy sources. The most important is wind. As you know, I think if I remember correctly, 7 out of the 10 largest turbine manufacturing companies has a direct presence in India. Most of them, I think, are actually manufacturing in India. I think that's a big plus. As I said, I'm not sure if this was intended, but it is a fact that 7 out of 10 largest manufacturers already in India are producing turbines in India. Solar, probably, if we look at the government intention, there seems to be a serious intention that starting with right away from polysilicon till modules, there seems to be a serious intent both on the part of the government and corporates to be present all along the value chain, which means it could well be that 5 years down the line, we could have a fairly effective solar ecosystem, manufacturing ecosystem, not just the tail end of power production. I think this is a big positive I see in India as well. That's, well, I guess, yeah, the last part I wanted to highlight was the fact that when the solar policy was announced 2 years back, overall, many people didn't believe that the government will actually go ahead with it. They thought, like we had similar policies, as I said, we had a biofuels policy, which still is a non-starter to a very large extent. Folks felt that this is probably going to go the same way. But I think the story is different today. We have done a tremendous job. Kudos to the folks who did it. And that's a big positive. Today, many people are serious, and I see a few foreigners sitting here as well. I think they're probably now taking India far more seriously when it comes to solar than they were 2 years back. So I think these are some of the positives I see and some of the negatives I see as compared to the global trends. I thought I'll just share with you some of the details we had from a macro level on renewable energy. In front of us, in front of all of us, we